unexpected guest over here, and he was the incoming Chinese President Xi Jinping. Here is Xi Jinping. So I, on behalf of the coalition of UK-based Tibet groups, welcome all of you. And the coalition group consists of Tibet Society, Free Tibet, Students for Free Tibet, UK, Tibetan Youth UK, and Tibetan Communities in Britain. On behalf of the coalitions, I would like to welcome all of you here. We have gathered here to commemorate the 54th anniversary of Tibetan National Uprising Day. On this day in 1959, the Tibetans in Tibet stood up and rose against and protest against the illegal and forceful occupations of China. And as a Tibetan, 10 March is a reminder for all of us that the suffering of the Tibetan inside Tibet are still going on, and the Tibetan issue is not resolved yet. And we are here to remind to the international community that it is very important in these current situations that the Tibetans in Tibet are suffering very much under the Chinese occupations. So without further ado, I would like to welcome our key speaker on this rally. Tim Lawton is a member of parliament.
Sorry. Beneran nih. Coba student. Oh iya. Ya betul.
Please welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, London. Support of the Tibetan cause. I sit on the Tibetan Council. And I have travelled to many countries around the world. And I have never met a more peace-loving, friendly and just people than the people of Tibet, both in Dharamsala and around the world. And that's why I'm really honoured and humbled to be part of your rally here today. Now, just as 54 years ago in 1959, 300,000 people, 300,000 Tibetans gathered outside the Norbalanka Palace in Lhasa in peace. So we come in peace today to appeal to the people of China and to the people of the United Kingdom for justice and for liberty for Tibetans. In a few hours' time, thousands of people will march across the Brooklyn Bridge in New York to petition like us at the United Nations. Today in Edinburgh, our brothers and sisters will be marching as well in Brussels and in many countries around the world. The people are on the march for the cause of Tibet and oppressed Tibetans in the world today. Now, around the world, people more than ever are upholding the rights and liberties of Tibetan people to be able to live in freedom and liberty in their own country. And that's why more than ever it's important that we draw attention to that cause as we're doing today, to draw attention to their liberties that are denied to them by China in their own country. Now, we all know since those years of occupation, hundreds of thousands of innocent Tibetans have died at the hands of the Chinese. Many thousands still in prison or have been subject to torture. Thousands of monasteries and nunneries and schools destroyed by the Chinese. Many people missing, and tragically, many people seen fit to resort to extreme measures to draw attention to the plight of China. Well, again today we draw attention to the plight of Tibetans in peace And we offer an olive branch to China if they really mean what it says in their constitution about respecting the autonomy of regions within the border of China. If the Chinese really do have any respect for human rights, then use this opportunity under your new president to start a real dialogue. And I've even brought an olive branch with me for the Chinese to take this opportunity, take the opportunity of your new president to show you are serious about what it says in your constitution. Start a new dialogue. And if you do, ladies and gentlemen, if you really are serious about respecting the rights, the identity and the culture of the Tibetan people inside and outside your boundaries, then the world will be behind you. We will be behind you. What we ask is not unreachable or overly ambitious. It is simply to respect the fundamental human rights of freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, freedom of worship and freedom of culture that we all take for granted in countries like this and are universally accepted in the UN Declaration of Human Rights. In the United Kingdom, we enjoy free speech. Sometimes it's difficult for governments. Sometimes it means admitting you're wrong. Sometimes it means admitting you can do better and revealing failure. But always, free speech means that you value the precious virtues of truth and equality and respect for all of your citizens, and we ask no less for the people of Tibet. So, on Wednesday, we will come together again at Westminster in the traditional wreath-laying ceremony and to lobby the government and members of Parliament. And I urge you all to come along and lobby, to get your friends to come along and lobby. And if you can't be there on Wednesday, lobby your own MPs in their constituencies and make them aware of the gross injustice that goes on day in, day out in Tibet. Call out for our Prime Minister to speak out more loudly against the abuse of Tibetans. Because in this country, we can. But in Tibet, our friends, brothers and sisters can't. But because one day soon, China will have to think and act realistically about all its people. And ladies and